Hello YouTube, this is the Moorman82 here with another update video. Well, there she is, first coat. What I did today was I decided to paint most of the trailer. Um, uh, the outside, the grate and everything is going to be probably at least two coats, probably a third one. Um, so that's what it looks like. It's gonna be blue, that's for damn sure. Um, So what else did I do today? I put a second coat on my stabilizer legs here. They look great. I also installed my spare tire bracket. I had to make a few modifications. I had to, because of this pipe here, I could not put it on the other way because it wasn't flat. So I had to mount it on that post. That post is where my winch over there goes, and then my crank is on this side, so it'll clear. I had to cut the brackets. There, and I also had to trim the corners off of that rack because of it wouldn't clear my small wheel. I also put 3 coats of paint on my spare tire. So that's what it looks like right there. Looks pretty good. What else did I do? Oh, I also made some pins for here. To keep these two gates together, I cut notches out, one there and one there, for a clamp that I made. They're right over here. So basically, these are the clamps. They're just basically a glorified wig nut that I made myself, and one side goes, well, I screw it until the gap is just wide enough to slip inside that split that I put in the tailgate. And once that's in there, this braces against the tailgate so it doesn't spin, and I just take that lever and pull it down, and it locks, kind of tightens the gates together when I need to. So these have been painted a couple coats. I actually missed a few spots there, but anyway, a couple coats, and those will go on there. So what's left to do is make my fender brackets. I still don't have the material for my fenders. This upcoming week I have to really try to see if I can find anything. Uh, but there's that. So once I do that, I'll make the brackets and paint them blue. I had to fix my boo-boo there with the 2-inch gap on the bottom. I still had to make a spacer for my 2 wheels and paint that black and bolt that on. I did buy more bolts because now there's a 2-inch gap, so the bolts have to be at least 4.5 inches just to go through the frame, the spacer, and then go around the other side to have enough to thread a nut on. So the fenders, and I'm still missing another leg to go into there. I have one over here. Right there, I'm missing another one of those. I'm missing the pins, which I have to order the pins. I have to order my set of lights, probably from Princess Auto. Set of lights, and I need to get some decking on here. And all in my truck bed crane. I thought about it. Originally, I thought I was going to just drill holes and mount the bolts to go through this panel right here. Originally I tried to situate the plates so some of the bolts would go right through, so I wouldn't have to put a hole right to the frame. But you can only do so much, and that really didn't work out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the frame, the base on there, draw where the holes are, strip the paint off, and just weld the darn thing there. That way it's secure, and I don't have to drive bolts, make other holes in my frame to weaken it. So that's what I'm going to do. So the way things are going to go, I think. Oh, one thing is my welds popped off my gate here. I don't know if you can see that there, but it's pretty loose. I guess I didn't put enough welds. There's a gap there, so I have to redo those. It's only 4 welds. It's not a big deal. Once I put the spacers in there. I can drop the gate. I have to have some pins for the to retain the gate. I still have to put some holes there. Once the gates are flopped down, I can put a coat of paint on the gates. And I'm going to put at least another coat of paint in the trailer. So this is what it looks like from here. I really can't wait to not finding fender materials is making me really nervous, because we're 1 week left in April right now, and it's starting to get down to the wire, and I need to really find some material. There's a potato warehouse not too far from where I live there. I saw there was some scraps of the pipe that I need. I might just stop by on there on the way home and see if they might sell me a chunk of pipe so I can cut my fenders myself. The fenders are not going to be painted; they're going to be just left galvanized color. The brackets will be painted, but so yeah, so it's getting down to almost done, the paint, and then originally also when I was thinking of the tailgates, when they flip down and they come in and they mount on the inside of here. I was thinking, well, I might just weld, like, put pins and drive like a lock the gates onto the side of my trailer, and I'm like, pins here, pins there, and I'm saying to myself, I'm gonna probably lose those pins. They're gonna pop out. So what I'm gonna do is, once they're on the side here, I'm just gonna take some elastics and elastic around it, put a couple of them, and attach it to the gate. I am gonna put that piece. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about when I say the really thick white plastic that they use. Sometimes they use that for chain guides on machinery. I am gonna put a couple of square pieces here in there, and just to drive them in with the self-tapping screw, so when the gates go up against the side, they won't bash and break the paint and everything. So that way it'll hit the plastic, and it'll wear down the plastic instead of the paint and the steel. So that another pin I will have to do is, when the gate is dropped in and sit like this, I'll do that once I have my decking on. Is I'm gonna have to, when I want to put just one gate up on the side here for just a low tailgate, I'm gonna have to have some kind of a pin on the side here, and then a pin to the bottom of my trailer, to my decking, to keep the tailgate. I'll probably just use 2 pins, like one there and one there, just keep the tailgate, or one on the side and one on the side there, just keep tailgate from, if something hits it, to keep it from opening and falling in the road. So you'd be surprised how much time it takes for these little things to get fixed, to get done. Especially if you're making all your parts yourself, you can't really buy a lot of it. I can buy some pins and stuff, but everything else was custom. I had to make it, figure out how to make it. You make mistakes, you weld things in the wrong places, you cut things and you're not supposed to cut, so you have to weld it back in and cut the right thing, and so it's very time consuming. Anyway, if you like this video, please comment, give me a like. The more likes I have, it helps to support the channel. I have a total of 358 likes so far. I'd like to get more, so share my channel with friends if you can. Just so I can try to make a little bit of money, try to pour into these projects. After this one's done, I'm gonna start my mower project, off-road mud mower project this summer, and more towards the fall, I'm gonna start my Horseman, or the White Horseman snowblower project for next winter. Anyway, so have a good day, and until next time.